My name is Lois Melorano. I'm a licensed wildlife rehabilitator for the state of Connecticut. And I have with me today two little flying squirrels that were trapped by a very nice young man by the name of Brian, who is renovating a house, and these guys are in the attic. And being that it's winter, we don't want to just take them and throw them outside. They are one of the few animals that can be somewhat sensitive to temperature, so we need to relocate them in an area where there is an established colony of flying squirrels, because they do like to huddle up in the wintertime for warmth. I've seen as many as 20 of them crammed into little bluebird boxes. They are nocturnal. A lot of people don't realize we have flying squirrels in Connecticut because you don't really see them unless you're out and about at night. They are quite fascinating little guys. This one over here is nice and curled up and sleeping. This guy is a little more active and a little more aggressive. He's got a little boo-boo on his nose because they try to chew their way out of the trap, but Brian checks the traps very, very frequently because, again, they were in an unheated attic and we don't want to leave them in a trap overnight because they can literally die from the cold. Now, the wildlife rehabilitators in the state of Connecticut are licensed and trained to deal with our wildlife. Many times people will assume an animal needs help, especially in the springtime when babies are left unattended by their parents, when actually they don't. The parents aren't far away, they're just not visible. Animals should not be given, under any circumstances, cow's milk. There are special formulas created for different kinds of wildlife. They have different fat contents, different protein contents. So you really don't want to feed an animal the wrong formula. You want to limit human exposure, and what you want to do is mimic as closely as you can how these guys would live in the wild. That's why these guys will be going into a colony, and they'll be just fine. They do colonize, like I said, in the wintertime. But it's very important that you don't just grab an animal out of the wild and keep it as a pet. They can carry internal and external parasites. They can carry some diseases, some mammals that are harmful to humans. So you want to always get in touch with a wildlife rehabilitator. If you find an animal that needs help, what you want to do is get a hold of the Connecticut DEEP. You can Google them online, and they have a list of all the wildlife rehabilitators in Connecticut, but they're not all licensed for everything. I am licensed for mammals. There is a separate license for migratory birds, a separate license yet for deer, and yet another license for skunk, fox, and raccoon, which are rabies vector species. 24 hours a day you can call the DEEP's dispatch line, which is 860-424-3333.